Care Physio. In this video, we are going to discuss about astronaut training program, which is divided into three phases: pre-flight phase, in-flight phase, and post-flight phase. The first is pre-flight phase. The first golden rule before selecting the astronaut is to rule out the pre-existing condition in the human body, because it may be normal in the earth, but it may cause critical situation in the space. In pre-flight phase, we train astronaut for the physiological changes that are going to happen in this space. We try our best to minimize physiological changes as much as possible. In that, we train muscle to improve strength and endurance. We work on the improve cardiovascular health. But these all things we also do with the sports athletes. So here is the interesting part: intermittent hypoxic training. In the International Space Station, the hypoxic air is present. That means there is more carbon dioxide as compared to the oxygen. To train astronaut for that, we give 2 or 3 minutes of hypoxic air followed by the pure oxygen. After doing this therapy continuously, the lungs and the body of the astronaut will adapt for the hypoxic air which is present in the International Space Station. Next is kinesiological taping. When we are in this space, we lost some feedback due to effects of microgravity. Our muscle and joints can't able to provide feedbacks to our brain. To cope up with this situation, we teach astronaut how to apply kinesiological taping. They can apply it to the muscle for which they are performing exercise, so they can receive feedback. The next is anti-gravity treadmill. As you can see on the screen, we have specialized treadmill. In that, we create atmosphere-like space. And in this, we train astronauts for the running in this space. We ask to perform activity like hill race, forward walking, forward running, and backward walking. The next is underwater treadmill. We use this equipment to train astronaut muscles to improve strength and endurance, and also improve cardiovascular endurance, because the water provides greater amount of resistance, so it will help us to improve strength and endurance. That's all in the pre-flight phase. Now let's jump into the very interesting part, which is in-flight phase. As we all know, that is, exercise is very important part in astronauts' life. When they are in this space, they have to work out average 2 to 3 hours a day and 6 days a week. The question is how they perform exercise without gravity. So we have 3 specialized equipment. The first is AirAid, the second is cycle ergometer, and third is advanced treadmill. The full form of AirAid is Advanced Resistive Exercise Device. So the question is how this device produces resistance without gravity in this space. Take an example of injection. When we pull injection, we feel kind of resistance due to vacuum in the tube. Same principle used for the AirAid. There are 2 big cylinders which provide vacuum resistance. The second is cycle ergometer. It is same as normal static cycle on the earth. We use it to improve cardiovascular endurance and active muscles of lower limb of astronaut. The third is treadmill. As you can see in the picture, we use the belts to tie astronaut to the treadmill, and the belts pulls astronaut towards the treadmill and they can run on it, so they can perform exercise on it. The belts, they are stopping astronaut to floating in this space. Currently, physiotherapists train and monitor astronaut by video call or audio calling. But there is large chances that future mission will require physiotherapists in this space. So you can work with the astronaut in this space. And the last is very challenging post-flight phase. As we all know that human body makes adaptation to changing environment. So no matter how well you train, the astronaut body will develop some adaptation in the space environment. And this adaptation will become impairment on the earth. When astronauts return to the earth, they can't able to walk or stand. Due to the musculoskeletal changes, our muscle goes into atrophy and we lost our second heart. That we all know that calf is our second heart. Due to the inactivity of calf muscle, they can't able to pump blood backward towards the heart. So excessive amount of blood accumulates in the legs, and due to this, astronauts suffer with the orthostatic intolerance. And to cure this condition, we use tilt table. We gradually goes from the supine to standing position. We also perform strength and endurance training, same as pre-flight phase. And the next is adaptability training. It is used to stimulate impaired vestibular system. For this, we use treadmill attached with the screen. The treadmill is fixed on moving mounted base which has 6 degrees of freedom. This concept is known as learning to learn. In this, astronauts walk on the treadmill while screen gives feedback. In the screen, it shows left turn, but the treadmill moves opposite direction in the right. This confusion gives the stimulation of the vestibular system. Now the important part. What are the qualifications to join strength and conditioning community? The answer is who has mastery in musculoskeletal and cardiovascular can join this program. The vacancy released by the ISRO, NASA and ESA. The most physiotherapist vacancy released by the ESA. It occurs in the tender forms. After passing several interviews, you get selected for this. If you enjoyed this video, please give a like and don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Thanks for watching.